Oye, ¿qué pasó? Blackout, blackout.
Hey everybody, I'm the Big Llama. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is called First Impressions. Essentially, when I record my reactions, I give you my first thoughts, exactly what I'm thinking when the movie ends. I know sometimes you don't have time to watch the whole movie, but I just finished watching the movie Juno, the 2007 movie, and I wanted to give you my first impressions. So this skips the entire reaction and goes straight into those thoughts, my movie review essentially. Let's check out my first impressions. Here we go. All right, so welcome back. So this is First Impressions. Guys, again, this is a movie review. We're going to do the 2007 movie Juno. What you're watching or what you're about to watch is exactly my reaction when the movie ended. When the movie finished, when I finished recording my reaction, this is exactly what my thoughts were. I usually don't have a lot of edits or cuts, and I don't do any research. I just give you my thoughts on from straight off the top of my head, what I was thinking at the moment the movie ended. So you're about to watch that. Guys, if you're interested in watching the full reaction, you can go to my main channel, The Big Llama Show on YouTube, and you'll find the full reaction. I'll also put a link in the description for this particular movie. That's if you want to watch the full reaction, all my thoughts in an edited version for YouTube. So you guys can do it that way. If you want to watch other things on my channel, I'll also have that there. I got a Sunday night live stream. I have movie reviews. I have all kinds of stuff. So make sure you guys do that. And make sure you guys like and subscribe. That's how you show some support for the channel. All right, without further ado, let's get to the first impression. Here's my exact thoughts when I finished recording the movie Juno, the 2007 movie. Here we go. Oh, I've seen Juno now. And I'm a little emotional, and I don't know why. It's a good movie. Made me feel some things. So let me collect myself and let's talk about it. Here comes my first impression and my full reaction coming right up. Let's talk about it. All right, so that's my reaction to the movie Juno, the 2007 movie, starring Elliot Page, Michael Cera, Jennifer Garner, Jason Bateman. And I'm surprised of how emotional I got at the end. I'm getting emotional talking about it right now. It was such a heartwarming. First of all, it was a quirky comedy, quirky story. It's in the same vein as Little Miss Sunshine. I can see why everyone wanted me to watch Juno after Little Miss Sunshine, because it kind of follows that same quirkiness. It's the word I use, quirky. I don't know if it's quirky. I don't know if it's dark comedy. I don't know if it's like a certain genre, but it's just so I don't know. It's just so grounded. It's just so grounded in reality, and it treats like mature subjects, and it treats controversial subjects in a very, I think, realistic and nonchalant way. I think this was a great movie. There were some really, really great parts of very difficult topics that were just addressed properly for me. And there were just elements of, there were moments of being uncomfortable, which I think the movie needed to take you there, because you're dealing with teenage pregnancy, right? It's not all flowers and rainbows. It's not all fun, right? But there were quirkiness, there was fun elements, there were uncomfortable moments, there was emotion. I really just enjoyed the aspects of how messy this whole situation was. How supportive, her father was, J.K. Simmons' character, and her stepmother, and how they banded together to kind of get her the help that she needed. The fact that she's 16 and going through these crazy, this big life decision that's life altering. And I think I got emotional at the end because I kind of saw this movie going a different direction. I kind of saw her maybe keeping the baby, and I wanted her to keep the baby. But at the same time, I think that's the stereotypical like Hollywood ending that I would probably want in a movie, to say that's what's going to make the character happy. But in a realistic manner, she had to go through that trauma, or she had to go through it for the sake of the baby, and for also Jennifer Gardner's character, who is also in need and is a sympathetic character. So I don't know. I might be waxing poetic or just going crazy talking about this. I felt very strong connections to the characters. Being a father, and having gone through it twice, it just hit me. It just hit me very differently. And so, I don't know. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this tremendously. I now see why it's a beloved movie. I see why people love this movie. I can see the controversy behind the movie too. But you know, I'm starting to see why movies like Little Miss Sunshine and Juno and a couple other movies are so beloved, because they're just so awesome. And it's a time capsule. There's things in there from when the movie was released that really kind of like capture the moments in time. Director Jason Reitman does a great job. The transitions were awesome. Again, it has a feel about it. It has a kind of look and design, and it kind of stuck to it. It was fun. It was witty. It was intelligent. The writing was good. The performances were great, and they were touching. The performances were touching, and that's what I'm saying. Like, you can see it in expressions. You can see it in gestures. How good this movie, or the actors, they put in the performances. Even Michael Cera's performance, which is understated and really just kind of aloof, kind of drove home the fact that he's not an active member of this whole thing until the end. But it's not because he doesn't want to be. It's because he's technically 16 years old and doesn't know how to react to all this. He doesn't know what the emotional state is supposed to be, and he's not supposed to be the complicated character. So I don't know. I love the movie. I thought it was great. These are some of those movies that I'm gonna have a hard time rewatching, only because they stoke emotions. So like now I know what's coming, and so I'll get emotional hearing some of the songs. I'm definitely gonna check out the soundtrack. The soundtrack was great. I think this is another soundtrack I'm going to add to my movie soundtracks. And that's one thing that I do, and I think I'm a film nerd by doing this. I get when I watch a movie, I react to it and then I edit it for a week, right? So I spend nights editing the movie. I rewatch it a couple times over and in the edits. But I throughout the week, I'm listening to the soundtrack of the movie, and I just kind of get immersed in that feeling. So I'll be listening to the soundtrack all week long, and I'm excited. I think it's a good soundtrack. So again, guys, that's my thoughts. That's my first impression after watching the reaction. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it tremendously. I'm looking forward to more of your recommendations. So give me some more movies in the same vein of Juno, Little Miss Sunshine, that I should watch next. I know Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind, or something to that effect. I might be butchering the name of it, but I know that one is on my list, and a lot of people are recommending that. So put it in the comments. Let me know which ones you want me to watch that are in the same kind of type of category, because I'm really starting to enjoy these very smart, dark comedies that really have heart. So I'm really excited for that. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. I hope you guys liked the commentary. All right, guys, you've watched now my first impression. I hope you guys enjoyed that movie review. A couple of notes, though, editing notes. A couple of things that had to happen in this edit. When I reviewed the movie, there was a lot of music in it. Unfortunately, for YouTube, you have to cut that music out, but the music is essential to this movie. So it's an important piece of the soundtrack. I hope you guys check that out. When I make these edits, I do watch the movie probably 2, maybe 3 times, because I'm rewatching it, one, to see my reactions and slice up the parts that I want to show, and then I have to rewatch it again as I'm editing, and then the full reaction. So it does get better with rewatches. So, and it's very quirky. I kept saying the word quirky in the reaction. So, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to watch the full reaction, like I said, there's going to be a link in the description. Go to the main channel, The Big Llama Show. You're watching this on Big Llama Reacts, which is my secondary channel. I'll also be on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you find podcasts. This is also my Becon Rewind channel. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm The Big Llama. This is The Big Llama Reacts, and this is First Impressions. And guys, remember, Becon Rewind, it's movie night, and we're going to see you guys on the next one.
No! What are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it!
First off, I don't care what you people say. Never follow